So I love music. I love
Yeah.
acting. I love dancing. All of it. So I'm like, what can I do? Where can I get an education that I can do all three of them?
Yeah.
So I ended up looking for musical theater programs. However, I was never like a big Broadway fanatic growing up. You know, I loved doing all three of those things separately,
Okay.
but not necessarily all at once.
Understood.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but so I ended up going to school for musical theater first when I was 18 in Hollywood. I
Oh.
went to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, AMDA. And that was the first year.
Oh,
there,
I know that. Yeah, it's funny. I know Lambda too.
Right, there's a Lambda and there's an
AMDA.
AMDA. So
Yeah,
I only did a year there, but when I was there, people were like, "Oh man, like I wish I got into Boston Conservatory or you know NYU or you know some of these big theater schools." And so I'm like, "Okay, let me audition for all of them." So I did this like unified audition and ended up getting into my first choice with like a huge scholarship. So that's what brought me to the BOCO, Boston Conservatory.
The BOCO.
And then when I was there, it actually became one school with Berklee School of Music.
Wow.
Well, I was able to take classes on both campuses. So I was able to take Berklee classes and Boston.
So you were bi-coastal.
I mean, it's all on the Fenway.
Got it. Oh yeah, it's right by Fenway. I have no idea.
I lived on 8th of Fenway.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you go to games?
Yeah.
Nice.
They always
nice.
had Red Sox
You
games.
see
you would see
sit
the
by the
people
Green
afterwards.
Monster.
The what?
You sit by the Green Monster.
Absolutely.
He loves sports.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's great. This led you to start working on. I know you were involved on Broadway. What led up to the Broadway stuff? Was it through the school?
Well, through Boston Conservatory, I graduated,
Yeah.
and with my degree in musical theater and songwriting, and that led me to work for Disneyland. I did the first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tell it. Yeah,
so
tell
it
us
was
about
like
that.
I did some stuff with Norwegian Cruise Lines for Rock of Ages, and then that led me to originate the first cast of Frozen Live before it went to Broadway, actually. So I did
What
that
character were you?
at Disneyland.
What'd you do for Frozen? Look, he was going to say. I love it.
You know what's funny? My director, she was like, you're just so good looking like a model. I had no idea where to put you, so I'm gonna make you the reindeer.
Oh.
So I was the first one to wear the Sven costume.
Sven. I forgot the character's name. That's great.
So if I would have stayed there longer, I just did the workshop for like a month. I would have covered more roles, I assume. But that led me to book Tarzan for Disney, and that was actually at a like 2,000 to 3,000 seat outdoor Red Rock Amphitheater. And this was in St. George, Utah, which is maybe like a half hour outside of Las Vegas.
Where was...
Tuacahn Amphitheater.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Tuacahn Amphitheater.
Where was that?
It was St. George, Utah.
Oh, wow. So, okay. That wasn't in New York. It was like...
Yeah, it was an Equity Theater, and that's where I... It's Disney theatricals, they go all out on the show, so it's probably about a $5 million production.
I'm sure.
So they had the stage flooded, they had fireworks, they had me 100 feet in the air in a little loincloth.
So there you go. Not much has changed like on today.
Just the hair. I buzzed all the hair.
Tell us about the role. The hair was real. That was your hair.
No, I had hair to here. Like,
all right.
Long hair. So what they did, they pin curled it, and then they put a cap on, and they put a dreadlock wig on me, and 2 microphones were underneath. So I was
no way.
I had to do like backflips and flip all over stage, and so the wig had to stay on.
Do you still do the backflips?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll scope that out at some point. Force you. That's great.
I taught myself. I'm all self-taught when it comes to gymnastics.
Good.
But
that's good news.
What was I gonna say? Oh, after that, I actually got real dreads. So when I moved back out to LA, I came here with with like real dreadlocks.
That's great,
It was
man.
dope.
Yeah, I'd like to meet that Scott. Are you a different Scott, or are you the same
I'm a
Scott?
different Scott now.
You're a different Scott.
Yeah.
That's great. Wait, so tell us more about the Tarzan role. Like, what was it like? What was, I don't know, feedback from the audience? What was the whole experience like through and through?
Oh, it was incredible, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really felt that, you know, if I would have done it in New York, it would have been a different experience.
Yeah.
Because this one really made you feel like you were in the jungle.
Wow.
The first night, we weren't able to do the flights because it started raining, but it was all like humid rain, so there was like smoke like coming up from the stage,
awesome.
and you felt like you were in this like humid jungle.
It's like 4D, like one of
Right,
those,
exactly,
like one of those
exactly.
experiences. That's great. Would you say that the show like is like helped propelled you in any type of way? Like, what did it do for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it gave me the feel of what it's like to perform in an amphitheater.
Yeah.
And the energy that you have to bring, the energy that you get from the audience, and being able to sustain a 7-8 month run.
Wild.
Every single week, several shows a week, and
keep doing backflips.
exactly. So I had to, teach myself how to maintain my breath support and everything by running all the way to the top of the stairs, running back down.
You did that during the show?
Yes.
Oh my
I had
God.
to sing like 8 songs and run around and
What
flip
were the
while
what were the
doing it.
songs about? Like, I don't even know. I've never seen the show.
what?
I've seen the movie, like the little Disney movie, the animated movie. He don't sing in the movie.
Don't stop your crying, it'll be all right.
There we go. Yeah,
You
I
know
love that.
that
You,
song.
you were Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. It's a Phil Collins musical.
That's great, dude. I wonder, was he involved at all, like in that run? Do you know?
He wrote it, but he
Oh,
didn't.
I
get to
didn't.
see it.
I didn't know that.